It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Rectonwell. This is Scooter. Whoop whoop. Scott Callies.
Well, how are you today, sir?
Well, you know it's not bad for a Monday, Scooter.
Not bad for a Monday, huh? Again.
We're back to having weeks of Mondays.
Weeks of Mondays.
Yeah. Maybe when the weather finally cools and it stops. Yeah, it's
cooling a little bit out, at nights and stuff, but not enough to. I'm ready for nice cooler temps.
The dews are very heavy, which means the grass is growing again. We went from
which is a good thing.
Which doesn't hurt my feelings any, no. But it gets dark too early. We went from crunch, crunch, crunch under your feet to nice, quiet walking in the grass again. Yeah.
I get it.
It's crazy.
I get it.
Did you do anything exciting last night?
No, but I'm just packing up, getting everything together, getting everything ready for the haunted trail.
The haunted trail.
Yes. There's a lot to do. I'm in charge of the hot dogs and the haunted trail, so
is that right?
Between all that, getting everything together. And
how many hot dogs do you think would be cooked?
1,500, maybe 12.
1,500?
Or maybe 2,000. I don't know exactly.
You got all the cooks you need?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to volunteer come cook, but...
Oh, yeah. Now, you can come and sit over the high school kids and watch over them and have your little whip. And no, they do a great job. We got a handful of high school kids that are going to be doing them, and they've always done a great job with them.
On homecoming dance night, they're coming?
There is a few that aren't going to the dance that decided to, according to Fulcher, they had to do one or the other. Either the dance or help me. So the basketball team has always done a great job helping out.
Yeah, I probably would have picked the help you two over the dance. Not much for that boot scooting buggy.
I hear you. But yeah, we did end up with quite a few that I wasn't expecting. And then, of course, we got a lot of ninth graders and stuff that are helping. So
go close that door.
So it'll be a good time. Just a lot to get ready and get prepped. And
it is homecoming week, so it's going to be very busy.
Yes.
Got parades and dances and all kinds of things going on this week. Got a Powder Puff football game on Thursday.
Yep.
Got a big pep rally, community pep rally in the gym on Thursday as well. So it's going to be a good time. Big ball game Friday night, of course. We'll have it here on XL7-TV and XL7 Sports on Facebook and YouTube and all the cable outlets that we have. So it's that time of the year. The weather's cooling off. I think the weather's going to vary between 45 and 75 on Friday. So it's going to be
there you go.
Cool night for football. Are you bringing the tent for football Friday night?
I don't know that we need the tent, though.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Is it going to be, is it going to be hot?
It's going to be nippy.
No, it ain't going to be that cold to need a tent. Talking about, and you're planning on probably bringing a heater, aren't you?
I'm going to be bringing the coat for sure. I'm just anxious to see if that tent's going to help us this year.
Gotcha.
Just to see, because it's just the right size, I think.
I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good.
Well, you got anything else you want to bring up this morning before we get started?
No, let's get rocking and rolling, I guess.
Okay.
We've got a group already here waiting.
Yeah, that's good.
That is
better than us sitting here waiting to see if we're going to watch the bear video.
There you go.
Speaking of bears, they've gone nuts over in northwest Arkansas.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
We've had yet a third attack over there.
Yep. And it's really weird. I don't know what would be. Of course, I'm sure they got a rhyme or reason, but it doesn't make sense what would be causing that in that area.
Other than all the construction.
Yeah.
No, not only homes, but there's a lot of new road construction going on over that way. And, so it's kind of wild.
Kind of weird.
It's time for the morning prayer brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks. Greg Wood and his staff been serving Baxter and Marion County since 1979. They'd be glad to serve you as well. Their number is 870-508-1771. Give them a call if you have any questions about what hospice care is and what they can do for you. They'd be glad to answer them for you. And now the morning prayer. Lord, we just thank you for the day that you've given us, Lord. We just thank you for the cooler weather. Lord, we just pray that you'll continue to lead, guide, and direct us as a nation and keep us safe. Lord, we just pray for our troops that are fighting in conflicts overseas. We just pray that you'll bring them back home soon and safely and be with their loved ones here stateside. Lord, we just pray for our students, our faculty, and all the administration, and all those that help day to day to keep our students live and well in their school activities. Lord, we just pray for travel mercies for those that are going to and from. Lord, we just thank you for all you do for us in our lives, and we give you all the praise, the honor, and the glory. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Hospice of the Ozarks, 870-508-1771. We'll be back after a quick word from Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team of Century 21 Lemac Realty.
Hi, I'm Bob Zadora of the Z Team. I'd like to share something with you. Our team didn't need to reach everyone to be considered successful. We only needed the power of one. One person who was delighted with the way they were treated, helping them to reach their real estate goals. One person who told another person, who told another, and so on. So if you're ready to buy or sell real estate, the Z Team would like to be your one. Give us a call, 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for lake levels, dam reports, and all the weather updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora. The Z Team of Century 21 Lemac Realty, 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. If you go there, click on live views. This is what you see this morning. Boy, you couldn't get no better picture than that, Scooter.
It is bright. It's
That
nice.
Look at that water.
Nice and clear. Almost looks like a fake picture.
It's one of those. Bob Knight would call it a Chamber of Commerce mornings.
There you go.
Looks pretty cool.
That's a nice shot right there. There's
In fact,
another
it
one.
is pretty cool out there.
We'll come back to that one, but I did want to show that one. That was a nice shot this morning, too.
Yeah, it is.
Nice and clear. See the water rippling down there. And
So if you look at that picture, Scooter, kind of go straight out and veer to your left just a little bit, City of Mountain Home.
there you go. Yep.
And if you could look a little further to your left, be the City of Gassville in front of that, but go ahead back to the main picture. See, if what we're talking about there is Contractors Trust, you kind of go off the backside of that. It's the City of Mountain Home. The old Witch's Hat Water Tower there at the top of the hill at Cotter, way off in the distance is the state of Missouri. Over to your far left would be the City of Bull Shoals. Drop your eyes down a little bit about mid-screen there. You're going to be looking at the Rainbow Bridge, the old Trellis Bridge for the railroad tracks, Big Spring Park, the downtown city portion of the City of Cotter, the city park, the new parking lot, and the beautiful White River. The White River separates Marion County, Arkansas from Baxter County, Arkansas. We call this God's Country. If you'd like to see what's available here in God's Country, go to retiredtoarkansas.net, click on MLS listings. If you see something that tickles your fancy, give Bob and Linda a call at 870-405-0793, and they'll be glad to help you with whatever you found. We're going to run through some temperatures as the Scooter lets that click through the Z-clips. Currently, Mountain Home is 60. Harrison is 61. Batesville is 64. Yellville is 62. Marshall 63. Salem and Mountain View both at 61. Calico Rock at 59. West Plains, Missouri at 54. Springfield at 55. Poplar Bluff at 63. And St. Louis, Missouri is 59 as well. Take a look at the radar. She's moving slow, the old radar is. Like really slow. We're going to refresh that and see what happens. There we go. Now we got to moving. As you can see, some heavy rains over on the east coast of the nation. A little bit of rain coming up through Oklahoma and Texas. Nothing in Arkansas, nothing in Missouri, nothing in Illinois, Iowa, or Kansas. We'll zoom into Arkansas. Looks like there's a little pop-up shower there in Fort Smith. Probably has already dissipated out. Nothing in Baxter, Marion, Fulton, or Stone County. Looks like we're going to have a pretty good day today. 7-day forecast looks like this. High today of 75, becoming sunny. Clear tonight, low of 49. High tomorrow 74 and sunny. Low tomorrow night It's 45. Friday is going to be a high of 77 with a low of 54. Saturday is going to be a high of 80 with a low of 56. And Sunday is going to be a high of 83 with a low of 58. Columbus Day is Monday. Did you know that, Scooter?
I did not.
Columbus's Day is Monday. Going to be a high of 83 and Tuesday high of 84. Allergy and pollen is none today, none tomorrow, none on Friday. For tree, grass is none today, none tomorrow, none on Friday. Ragweed is moderate today, moderate tomorrow, moderate on Friday. Lake levels and dam reports. Lake Norfolk 552.67, which is 0.67 above full pool of 552, currently generating 1. And Lake Bull Shoal 658.66, which is 0.34 above full pool of 659, and they're currently generating 4. That's the lake levels, dam reports, and all the updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zador, the Z Team of Century 21 Lemac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends, but they're busy, but never too busy to help you. Bob and Linda Zador will be back in just a moment.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for community news and happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. 870-425-3434. Highway 62 Southwest at Buford Road. If you're looking for a lawn tractor, zero-turn, big tractor for your farm, they've got them.
I drove by there the other day, and it amazes me how much they can pack in that parking lot. I mean, it's a huge parking lot.
Yeah.
But they just keep that big of an inventory.
They just have a plethora of stuff there.
And they do.
All kinds of stuff.
Anything and everything you can think of, construction-wise, tractor-wise, mower-wise, they have it.
And if our weather stays the way it is, them farmers are going to get another cut in the hay. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Sure.
It'd be nice.
Rakes, tedders, cutters, balers, round bales, square bales, big tractors, little tractors, Kubotas, New Hollands, they've got them. RTVs, brake bed trailers, construction equipment. Ozarks Farm and Lawn, they've got it all. Go by there and see them. If you got something broke, they'd be glad to help you get it fixed. Let's see what we got going on in the community. October the 24th at Colton's will be the Military Service Sisters. They're meeting. They're meeting twice in October. Did you see that?
Well, I did not.
It's a little bit crazy. Trunk or treat, talk about it.
All right, the youth center this Saturday. Let me switch over to that screen. Sorry, I wasn't expecting to jump over. I was working on changing the graphics for our guests. Youth center is this Saturday. It'll be starting at 6 o'clock, run until 9 o'clock. They've got a little bit of something for everybody. They're going to have all their games going. They got all their bounce houses going. They got 42 vendors signed up right now to hand out candy and stuff for the kids. That's really, really cool. That's, I think, a record for them. As well as they got free hot dogs that'll be going on. And then if you dare, they do have a scary haunted trail that you can go on the back corner of the property where the woods are and try that as well. It's a lot of fun.
You don't have to do the scary.
No, and that's the thing. I say there's something for everybody. You can pick and choose what you want to do. If you're not into do the haunted trail thing and the scary part, no problem. Show up, go through the vendors, get the candy, play the games, do whatever you want to do. You can pick and choose what items you want to do.
If you're new to the area, the LC Salmon Juice Center is at 1101 Spring Street. That's going to be from 6 to 9 on Saturday, the 11th of October. Like Scooter said, candy booths, haunted trail, costume contest, inflatables, hot dogs.
A lot of hot dogs.
1,200 to 1,500 hot dogs will be cooked and consumed at the LC Salmon Juice Center.
No, without a doubt.
Whew, crazy. Twin Lakes Playhouse will be having their production of Nonsense. It's a musical comedy from November 7th through the 23rd. Tickets are $20. You can give them a call at 870-424-0444, or you can go online and check it out at twinlakesplayhouse.org and get your tickets. Hill and Holler Quilters Guild and Country Quilters Guild will be having a Autumn in the Ozarks Quilt Show. It'll be the 24th and 25th of October from 9 to 5 on Friday, 9 to 4 on Saturday at the Educational Building at the Baxter County Fairgrounds at 1507 Fairgrounds Drive. Admission is $7 for adults, and children under 12 get in for free. You have over 300 quilts there, vendors, country store, raffle quilts, games for all ages. For more information, you can go to Hill and Holler Quilters Guild, hillandhollerquilters.com. Be a gun show the first weekend in November. We'll talk a little bit more about that start of the week. And there we go. Scooter, I don't have anything else, do you?
Nope.
Community News and Happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn. We'll be back in just a moment.
A rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Hospice of the Ozarks, our purpose is you, not just your illness. We offer a compassionate plan of care that respects your dignity and honors your wishes with countless services and groundbreaking programs. We are committed to improving the quality of life for both you and your family. We provide care and support in the comfort of wherever you call home, but we also have the area's only hospice house when needed. As the only local not-for-profit hospice, we will never turn away a patient regardless of their ability to pay. Learn more at hospiceoftheozarks.org.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as it would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite, climate-controlled, and air-filtered boarding facility in the area, with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. XL7-TV. My guest this morning, our Cadet Commander Dylan Prins, Senior Chief Ray Gonzalez from the Mountain Home Junior ROTC, and Miss Mollie Morgan from the Mountain Home Education Foundation. How are y'all this morning?
Great. Doing
I normally don't have a problem with my choke. Can't speak. But this morning is different. We have the Mountain Home Education Foundation Hall of Honor this week. And that's why you have decided to join us this morning, because you're going to introduce our guest to your left.
You know that this week is kind of the Super Bowl for the Mountain Home Education Foundation, and we get to highlight the best of the faculty that we've had on board, the best of alumni we've had on board, community partners, and Senior Chief Ray Gonzalez. I look so forward to meeting him, which I did just about 10 minutes ago. He had more students send in nominations than I've ever seen, and we've had some beloved teachers, but this man had an impact on his students' lives, still does. from everything that I've read. I think from the writings of his students, not from things that he has shared, he has the heart of a teacher. He has the passion that it takes to pour into his students' lives. He has the discipline that NJROTC requires. I think we have hit the jackpot when I say it's going to be a real pleasure to honor Senior Chief tomorrow night at our Night of Honors banquet.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Tell me a little
Good
bit
to be
about your
here.
background.
Well, let's see. Going back to my 18th birthday, right after that, I was drafted in and I joined the Navy. So I spent 22 years in the Navy. Then after I retired from the Navy, I started teaching ROTC.
Where did you start teaching at?
I started in New Mexico, Albuquerque.
Okay.
And then when there was an expansion from the Navy, was moving programs and adding more programs, to the cities. Well, there was an opening here, so I applied and I came, and they said, sure, come and start a program. So I came up here and I started the program for the ROTC program.
What year was that?
That was in 93.
1993.
Mm-hmm.
Do you live in Mountain Home currently?
I do not, sir. I live in Gulfport, Mississippi.
Well, that's probably a good place to be.
It is. It really is.
No more seeing Four Seasons down there, huh?
No. But we did have snow last year.
Is that right?
Snow for the first time in I don't know how many years. Okay.
When you exited from the Navy and got into the ROTC program, was there still a draft then?
No.
And there's no draft now?
No, not at all. They thought about one time, since the services were getting too low on their personnel, they thought maybe we should call in the draft, but they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they ever will. We have a lot of young people joining the services.
And it says that you started the first class of the Naval Junior ROTC here in Mountain Home. How many classes did you teach? How many years did you teach from then?
Here was 6 years.
6 years?
Yes, sir.
So you saw lots of young students go through here.
I did, and I had some great students. They were super kids. I told my wife, I said, this kid's respectful. I says, they're motivated. And I says, they want the program. So it was a challenge at first because it was something new and you had to actually put it together. So you had to learn how to teach.
And what to teach, probably.
Yeah. Well, we have the curriculum from the Navy that we have to teach, but a lot of times, they send us changes, so you have to adjust yourself to that. And also, I adjust myself to kids. There's some kids that are smarter than others, and you can't treat them all the same.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to adjust yourself and adjust your teaching, but still the same thing,
When the program started here in Mountain Home, did it go over very well? Did it take you a while to get a good group of kids involved?
No, it didn't. We started putting it together in the summertime, so we worked all summer trying to get everything ready for the school year. Mm-hmm. And some of the students that were going to join the program came and helped, which was really nice because we got to know them. So I think the first day of school, we had almost 200 students in the program, and we couldn't take any more. But then as the year went on, some of them says, this is not for me. Mm-hmm. And I used to tell them, I says, ROTC is not for everybody. And I said, you don't have to join the military, but if you do, there's some benefits to that.
How many of them do you think, when it first started, thought that, well, if I sign up for this, I'm signing my life away?
Most of them did, and so did the parents. And then that's they said, well, I don't want my son, my daughter going in the military. Well, they're not going in the military.
There's no strings attached.
No, this is a class.
Mm-hmm.
But like I told them, I said, it's more than a class because we had so many things. When the program was established back in the 60s, was in the inner cities because there wasn't enough activities for the kids to do. Yeah, if you play basketball, if you had football or something, sports, that was it. And a lot of the kids just went home and
Idle minds.
yeah. So with this, because we have the program has a lot of things in it for all the kids. And if you want to do drill, you can. If you want to do the weapons, you can. The rifle team, the academic team, and physical fitness and whatever. I mean, it's open for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Cadet Commander Dylan Prins is sitting to your left. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, sir. How are you?
Good. We appreciate you being here this morning. What got you involved in the ROTC program at Mountain Home High School?
Yeah, so really as a 13-year-old kid, I think part of it was my mom thinking I didn't talk to enough people or wasn't great at speaking to people, and I had to stutter growing up too, and so that was all part of the reason why I joined the program. I knew that the military was a possible option for my career, but as soon as I actually joined the program, I realized how great it was, and I joined the family really of ROTC, and that's what we are now, is a family, and I've been there. This is my 5th school year in the program, so I've seen a lot, and it's been one of the greatest experiences that I've had so far.
And what grade are you in now?
I am a senior.
You are a senior. What's your plans for after high school?
Well, I've submitted my application to the United States Naval Academy, and so that's my dream school. But I will be doing either that or Navy ROTC after high school, so I will be going into the Navy.
How big is the program in Mountain Home now?
Right now we have about 108 cadets.
Okay. And that's been pretty consistent over the years that you've been involved?
Yes, sir. So actually when we started, it was closer to 40. And then very quickly we reached that 100 number, and we actually got all the way up to 150. And then so now we've kind of settled back down to about 108, and that seems to be our magic number right now.
Chief Gonzalez, when you started the program in Mountain Home, did you ever have a thought that it wouldn't make it?
No, sir, not at the time. Not at the time. And the reason for that is that the kids wanted the program, the parents wanted the program, and we were willing to give them, what they needed. And we had quite a few of them go in the military, So it was, I didn't think, and later on in years, I was still teaching at Slidell High School, and I got a call from one of the commanders and says, boy, that program in Mountain Home's really having problems, And it happens to the programs, kids and moving in, moving out, parents. So yeah, it happens to a lot of the programs.
What was the draw back in 1993? What was the draw to the students to get them to come into the ROTC program?
Well, I think that it was that they didn't have other things to do, and this was something new.
Fill a void.
So when you see something new, I want to try it. And I think that's what.
Commander Prins, what do you think today is the draw to get the students to come into the program?
Absolutely. So with the amount of teams that we have that you're able to compete in now, I'd say there's definitely a team for everyone. And I say a team, it's all part of ROTC, but they really are in a way like a separate sport almost, because we practice separately. But if you want to shoot rifles or practice drill or do quiz bowl or fly drones, program drones, we have underwater drones. So we have really a team for everybody. And also, again, I go back to the family factor, because we all have each other's back. And so really, I'd say that is the main draw to the program. It's a safe place for everyone. It doesn't matter where you come from. When you get there, you have a role and responsibility, and we all do it, and we work with each other.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience the best in Mexican dining. Letty's in Gassville. Voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day. Or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday. 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Letty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Letty's in Gassville. Sleep Mart is introducing a new way to shop for a great night's sleep. Your Comfort Mattresses comes in 5 unique comfort levels from firm to soft, with cooling options to match your perfect sleep temperature. And no matter your price range, we'll help you find the perfect fit. Get deep, restorative sleep exclusively at Sleep Mart.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Cadet Commander Dylan Prins, Senior Chief Ray Gonzalez, and Miss Mollie Morgan from the Mountain Home Education Foundation is with me this morning. Senior Chief, I understand that you had something to do with getting the bomber plane that's at Mountain Home High School.
Yes, sir, I did. I did. Mr. Simmons was the principal, and when I first got here, he says, the school board wanted a plane, and he says they were talking about a B-52, and I says, do you know the size of a B-52? And he says, no, is it big? And I says, you don't have enough real estate to put it on.
No, that's true. Unless you go put it on the football field.
So he said, we're going to have to get a plane. So it was in June. It was hot. I was mowing the lawn, and my wife comes in and she says, Mr. Simmons would like to speak to you. And I said, okay. So first thing that he said to me on the phone was, I want a bomber. I want a plane. I said, yes, sir. He says, can we get one? I said, well, we'll work on it. Well, we got it. We worked on that for about a year. And I took trips to Memphis, trying to find some information on where do I get a plane. You know, I wasn't going to go to the airport and pick up a plane, you know, so I had to find something, you know. Well, we did. I found out from the Naval Air Museum in Pensacola, Florida, that they have planes sitting around that they're going to take, you know, so they can put them up and work on them, use them for parts. So this lady says there's 4 of them in Memphis. She said, you can go check them out. I did, and they were ugly. And
let's take a look at what they look like here. I think we've got a picture of ugly right there.
There you go. There you go. And that's the way they were. When I showed it to Mr. Simmons, he says, I don't know if we can do anything with that thing. And I said, yes, sir. And I said, we can paint it, we can clean it up. And we did. The cadets worked on it in the afternoons and weekends to get it ready. And it was quite a job. The next thing is that we have the plane. Now, how are we going to move it? I said, I have no idea, sir.
That's your problem.
So he says, let's find a way. And I said, okay, made more phone calls. And then a guy told me, he says, oh, there's a group, they're reservists, Army, in Little Rock at the base that have helicopters. I said, okay, I'll check on that. Well, the plane that you just saw, they took the engines out, they drained all the pipes, fuel, everything. So it was, it wasn't that heavy as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
So they got a CH-47 from the base, went all the way to Memphis. They picked it up and brought it to Slidell High School. I don't know if they
Somewhere in here is the picture of the helicopter. There we go.
There it is.
Is that what they call a Huey?
No, sir. No, that's a CH-47.
Okay.
For cargo and dropping off troops.
So that's them hooking up to the plane?
That's dropping it off here
at Mountain Home.
At Mountain Home, yes, sir. It was quite a sight to see when you see a plane carrying another plane. Mm-hmm. But it was quite a job. We got it done.
I heard a story. I took a trip over to Highland to do a football game Monday night, and I heard a story about the cadets sanding on the plane. And apparently it was you, sir, and I didn't know that at the time. The person in charge said, don't do this, you've got to do this. You've got to go with the green. You can't do... And the guy said, well, it's metal. Well, it doesn't matter. You've got to go with the green. So the cadets actually worked on that to get it ready for primer.
Yes, sir, they did. Mm-hmm.
How long did that take?
Oh, probably about a couple months.
Did they do all that at the school?
They did, yeah. The plane was right there, by the football field.
Mm-hmm.
And they put a fence around it so we can get there and we can work on it.
And after a few months, we've turned... Go ahead and go back to pictures. We turned this gift. Was it a gift, or did the school have to buy this?
No, it was a gift from the Naval Air Museum in Pensacola.
So it went from that to that as they were putting it up?
And Mr. Simmons was the person that was, got the cranes, got the pedestal built, and a lot of the money that was spent for the plane, for paint and getting it ready, didn't come from any money from the school. It was all donations from the community.
And that is part of the legacy of Mountain Home, is the bomber plane that sits out in the front of the school itself. We have to change the area code, though. We got to go from 501 to 870. Let's get that done.
What I've learned is everything that you do to that plane, it's you have to get lots and lots of permissions.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, you have to go through Pensacola because it's a loaner.
Oh, okay.
And you have to go through Pensacola.
So there's some regulations on how it needs to be.
It will sit where it is from till the end of time because of what you have to go through to move it.
Dylan, what do you think of the plane?
Well, I think, for one, I did not know the backstory of the plane, and so now seeing that ROTC had a part in that is really cool. But it's always been a great symbol of the school, but also that we do have a Navy program. And so I didn't know there was a connection there before, but now that I do, I think it makes it even cooler. And not only is it a plane, it was a Navy bomber, so I think it makes perfect sense.
I want to add, there's a uniform sitting in that plane that was donated by Neil Putz, who is also a Hall of Honor member. So there's several fun stories connected to that plane. Mm-hmm.
What's the backstory on that? Do you know?
I have to go get my program and read up on it.
Oh.
I just know he was inducted, I bet it's been 10, maybe 12 years. Nice guy, yes. But that's his uniform.
Dylan, talk to me a little bit about the drone program that you said. Do you have underwater drones?
Yes, sir. So we have what's called Sea Perch. So we have a team that will build these underwater drones using PVC pipes and styrofoam and small motors. And so the mission of those drones is to actually go in a swimming pool and complete obstacle courses underneath the water. And so it's a really cool team that not many people know about. And I think we're starting to get more traction with that program. And then we also have now a new programmable drone team. So whereas before we had our drone pilots that manually flew the drones through obstacles, now we're able to program drones to fly a set course. And so that allows us to have we have a new computer science program taught by Commander Hale. And so the programmable drones is now a part of that program. And so they learn to code and put that into drones. So it's really cool, the robotics that we have now.
Senior Chief, are you still involved in any type of ROTC now today as retired, or do you volunteer?
No, sir. I retired in 2013 from Slidell High School in Louisiana, and no, I thought about doing other things, and then my wife says, "Don't you want to rest?" And I said, "Yeah, I think I will." So no, sir, I'm not.
She just wanted you at home to do work at home. That's what she wanted.
True. That's true.
No, but I've heard she's called the Admiral.
Oh, the Admiral.
So that's what our students used to call her.
Mm-hmm. The progression and the changes from 1993 to 2025 here in Mountain Home with the ROTC program that we have here, has it changed that much nationwide, the programs, or is that something that's kind of special to here? And with the progression that you saw, that you come back to see that's happened here, it has to make you proud that this is something that you started.
It does, and the changes. A lot of the schools, depending on the school that has the program, they change all the time, and some for the good, some for not so good. But yeah, they do change a lot, and. I told my wife, I says, when we first drove up the other day, and I says, gosh, I said, this place is huge. I said, looked like somebody took a wand and says, we want a new town, and there it was. I says, they didn't have any of this when we were here. And progress, I mean, things grow and the city grew.
Things have changed here a little bit over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan, what is the core mission of the Naval Junior ROTC here at Mountain Home?
Yes. So aside from all of our teams that we have, really what we are at our core is a citizenship program. And so we're there to develop high school students into becoming leaders, not in the military necessarily, but in their communities and school and any programs that they are in. And so that's what we try to do.
And as your role as cadet commander, what does that mean to you?
Well, so as my role now, I kind of get to oversee all the cadets and how far we've come. And so it's really cool. I now get to mentor those cadets as I was mentored when I joined the program. And so I try to set the best example that I can for all the new cadets. But I think that we have definitely achieved our mission, and we're going to keep doing that and keep getting more involved in our community. That's something I care deeply about. And so over the years, we have done more and more events in the community.
You've been involved since you were 13, you said?
Yes, sir.
Who's been your biggest role model?
Well, I think my biggest role models were definitely Chief Williams and Commander Hale at the start. When I joined the program, that was Chief Williams' first year at the high school. And so I've seen his whole progression. And then we got Commander Hale on once we grew. And to be able to work with them, especially this year, I have learned a lot about running a unit, and it's really hard, I'll say that, and there's a lot that goes into it, a lot that goes on behind the scenes, but they have been great mentors to me.
At any point, have you ever thought about, I'm done, I'm not doing this anymore?
There's not necessarily about leaving the program, but there's definitely times in there that were really challenging and tough, and you get really stressed out, and we have a lot of teams competing and trying to balance everything with school. But I mean, you use resiliency, and I think that's something that we teach you in ROTC. So there was never a time when I wanted to leave, but there's always times when you're stressed out.
You wouldn't mind stepping back just a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to step back and take a break. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 Series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home. Discover comfort and style at Sleep Mart. From reclining sofas and love seats to manual and power recliners, sleep and lift chairs, we've got it all. Choose from a variety of styles, colors, and fabrics. All made with pride in the USA. Come to Sleep Mart today, where comfort meets savings. Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your...
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Cadet Commander Dylan Prins is with me. Senior Chief Ray Gonzalez, retired. He is the gentleman that gets the credit for starting the Mountain Home Naval Junior ROTC program here in Mountain Home, and Miss Mollie Morgan from Mountain Home Education Foundation. We have a little video that we want to play that talks, that shows some of the skills of the ROTC. So here we go.
Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this town tonight. Yeah, I said if we are, this is Rock Nation, pledge your allegiance. We gonna run this town.
The Naval Junior ROTC here at Mountain Home, the program has grown over the years, and it is all due to the credit of Senior Chief Ray Gonzalez. And thank you, sir, for being here this morning, and thank you for your time and dedication to our nation and to the ROTC program that has gone on to flourish here at Mountain Home.
Thank you, sir.
Dylan, that video that was made, was that at a competition somewhere?
So that was at the end of the school year. That was a summary of the competitions that we had actually competed in one school year.
Okay.
So we have busy years here, but it was really cool. That year specifically was a big year for us, and we competed at nationals in Daytona Beach for the first time.
Okay.
And so most of the clips in that video came from our nationals appearance.
Mollie, when the Mountain Home Education Foundation picks and chooses who goes into this Hall of Honor, how is that done?
So we ask for nominations. Matter of fact, you can submit nominations now. I mean, we're constantly gathering those. You can go to our website, mountainhomeeducationfoundation.com, and we take all those nominations, we divide them into categories. We have a community partner, retired educator, outstanding alumnus, support staff. And you told me to be thinking about this. There is, and the Bob Knight Bomber Spirit Award. That's a new one that's been added the last couple of years. And so we take those and divide them into categories, and we have anonymous people. I never reveal who's looking at these. Mm-hmm. And they read through and they make the selection. And as I said earlier, Senior Chief receives so many outstanding nominations. Your heart just, it was not even a question that this was his year to be highlighted. And we have some other extremely wonderful people going in. Nancy Russell, is going in for the Ernest Perry Support Staff Award. She was very instrumental in starting non-traditional education in Nelson Wilkes Heron, down with the little ones. Not every child learns the same. And I love that line that Senior Chief said. You've got different levels, and you have to go to the children, to their level, and build them up. And Nancy Russell was part of that. Gregory Construction, you know, they've done so much for our area. They'll be going into the Hall of Honor. We have Bob Bodenhammer will receive the Bob Knight Bomber Spirit Award. And, you know, he's always sitting on the front row there in the gym, and every game, every sporting event. And who have I left out? I had Nancy Russell, Chief Gonzalez, Bob Bodenhammer, Will Gregory, and Clifton Rutledge is going in as our outstanding alumnus. So who knew that the head of Shipley Donuts for years and years grew up right here in Mountain Home. He also was part of Bojangles Restaurant. He's got several where he was CEO. He's now currently head of the board of directors for Shipley Donuts. I did ask him, I said, hey, we need a freestanding store here. He laughed. But outstanding gentleman. And you just hear a lot through the theme, through all of our stories this year, which they'll be inducted tomorrow night. I hear more about character than career. And I found it very interesting, the common thread that goes through. While it's their career that's getting them highlighted in the Hall of Honor, everyone talks about the character of the inductees this year. And I'm real excited to be part of this.
How long have you been involved in Mountain Home Education Foundation?
Well, you know, I started in 2006 as director, and then I took a little hiatus. In 2018, I went over to the college, ASU Mountain Home, and served as development director there. And thought I was going to kind of step back, semi-retirement, and come back to the Education Foundation. I forgot. There is no semi-retirement, but it's very worthwhile raising money for student scholarships. I think Devin's sister got quite a few scholarships last year from the Education Foundation. And then the teacher grants. That's where I'm starting to develop, not starting, I've always had a big passion. Our teachers have some great ideas that the school budget just doesn't allow them to be able to experiment. So due to community support, teachers are able to try new, exciting, innovative projects. And we'll hear about those tomorrow night at the Night of Honors.
When did the Mountain Home Education Foundation get formed?
2003.
2003. Okay. Dylan, as you sit here and listen to the history of Naval Junior ROTC at Mountain Home and being part of it and have worked your way from just a cadet that started to being the commander of your unit, what do you see as your history, and what do you see the future looks like for this group?
Yeah, so learning just today the history of where we began, I think was really cool, and learning your origin and how much we've actually had to play in the history of the school, for one. But just in my time as in our NJROTC program, I think we've grown significantly in all of our, in the rifle team and all of the teams that we do have. And so I think the future is very bright for the program. We still trying to get our recruitment numbers up every year, and so we try to get out in the community as much as we can to highlight what we offer. But I think that as long as we hold the path that we're on right now with our teams and, you know, our family culture, I think that we'll continue to thrive. And as long as we have support from our naval science instructors, and right now we have 2 amazing instructors, and so as long as you have the backbone, we'll be good.
You also have a pretty good base of community support as well.
Yes, sir, we do.
And you've got some things coming up in the near future that you've got a booster club that helps you with that.
Yes, sir, we do.
And you've got some drills coming up too. You want to talk about those a little bit?
Yes. So for one, I'll say that if you're interested in seeing what we do in the NJROTC program and our competitions, we actually are hosting a drill competition on December 6th at the high school. And that will be on a Saturday, and you guys can come out and see all of our teams, our drone team, our drill teams, our academic team will also be performing there as well. So that is our big event that we host every year. We're very excited about that.
What is an academic team?
So our academic team is, if you've ever heard of Quiz Bowl,
okay.
We have a table, we have 4 players, and they're asked questions on Navy knowledge, naval science questions, naval history. And so they actually have buzzers, and they get a question almost like Jeopardy, and you buzz in and you say the answer. So it's a really cool team if you're interested in history.
And you have a drone team, and you have a shooting team. And I understand you get some pretty good support from the Second Amendment Legacy Foundation for that portion of the program as well?
Yes, sir, we do.
And what role does your Booster Club play?
So our Booster Club was started pretty recently in the last few years, and so we are extremely grateful to have them now, and they are a huge supporter of our unit now in funding, for example, our concession stands at our drill meets. But also last year we were able to take charter buses to nationals in Daytona Beach, whereas years before we'd take school buses. And so that's a challenge in itself. But our Booster Club was able to get donations in really high amounts in order to ensure that we had proper travel down to Daytona Beach. And they also provide support for cadets who can't necessarily pay for meals for a trip that long, so they help with that. And so they're doing everything they can now to support us, make the program cheaper for some, and then continue to give us more opportunities to travel and travel with more style, I'd say, in a charter bus. But we are, again, extremely grateful to have them, and I'm excited to see where we go now that we have their full support.
Senior Chief, what are your thoughts about the changes that you've seen over the years with ROTC nationwide?
Like I said earlier, you know, the program changes all the time, but I think the biggest change was I think they're getting too big, and I think a lot of schools need the program, but I think they're getting too big, and it's kind of hard for the Navy to support them all. Mm-hmm. They used to give us quite a bit of money. I don't know how much money they give now, you know, to each unit, but it's I don't know. It's growing, and I think that it's my feelings. It's a good thing, but they're just growing too fast for it.
What was your reaction when you were contacted by the Mountain Home Education Foundation about being inducted into their Hall of Honor?
Oh wow! When Ms. Mollie called and she told me who she was, and then she says, "This is what we're doing." I said, "Are you kidding me? Are you sure?" And I said, "I haven't been there in 20-some years." I said, "I left a long time ago." She says, "Well, your students voted you." And I told my wife, I said, "I can't believe this." So we both had tears in our eyes, you know, after we hung up. And I said, "Gosh, I can't believe that the kids are doing this for me."
It's going to be an exciting time. And when is the festivities for this, Mollie?
We kick off at 5:30 tomorrow night. Well, actually, all the honorees are in the homecoming parade today. They lead it off, grand marshals. And then tomorrow night at 5:30, we start with the reception at Big Creek, and followed by dinner at 6 o'clock. And all the honorees are speaking tomorrow in the public schools, which I think that's so nice for students to see people who have done outstanding service and get to understand how their journeys progressed. You know, it's not, you don't start and instantly get top success. Mm-hmm. There's a journey, and I'm always grateful that our teachers allow the honorees to come in and share their stories.
If that story from Senior Chief touches one student and it changes their direction, that'd be well worth the trip, wouldn't it?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you all very much for joining us this morning. We appreciate you taking the time to be here with us, and we look forward to seeing what's going on in the future, especially with you, Mr. Prins. Things will be good. You've been watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll see you tomorrow.